Welcome to 90 Day Digest, the series where I sit through each week's 90-day episode and break it down so that you don't have to. All the drama, the romance, and none of the wasted time. On tonight's episode, we will be discussing Season 8, Episode 4 of Before the 90 Days, titled, Nearest Exit May Be Behind You. If you haven't seen my recap for the previous episode, feel free to click the link in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's get into it. Our first couple of the evening is Emma and Ziad. We catch up with these two at a cooking class, and let me tell you, the only thing cooking here is lies. As they're chopping veggies, Emma decides to chop up the vibes by asking about Ziad's family. Ziad claims his family knows that she is there visiting, but there is zero plan for them to meet. Why? Because his dad is quote-unquote traveling. Huh? Ah yes, the classic dad is traveling excuse. A classic 90-day hit. Up there with my phone broke and I fell asleep. Emma feels hidden, and honestly, she is. But Ziad pulls the cultural card, saying he's never brought a girl home before. Okay, fair point on the culture, Ziad, but Emma isn't buying it. She's giving him the really eyes because she knows he's been active on the apps. And this is where Emma turns into a full-blown cybersecurity expert. Emma reveals in her confessional that she downloaded a browser extension to track who Ziad follows. This isn't just jealousy, this is forensic analysis. She checked in that morning and saw him following new women from all over the world. Ziad isn't looking for a wife, he's building an international coalition. Later at dinner, Emma confronts him, and Ziad's defense is to claim that he only talks to people that he knows, and if they flirt, he just says thank you. Bruh. What a gentleman. Sir, if you are accepting compliments from random women online while your fiancé is in town, you are asking for trouble. But then, just when Ziad is on the ropes, he flips the script. He asks Emma, "Are you hiding anything?" And Emma says, "No." We know she is hiding the timeline with her ex, Muhammad. Ziad starts pressing her on the overlap when they first met. He asks if she was single, and she hits him with the, "I was going through a breakup" thing. Translation? She was still sleeping at his house. Ziad isn't stupid. He sees her deflecting. She refuses to give details about the breakup, claiming she wants to enjoy the moment. Girl, you just spent the whole day interrogating him about his Instagram followers, and now you want to enjoy the moment? Huh? Ziad ends the segment saying he can't be engaged to someone who keeps secrets. And for the first time, I agree with him. These two are both living double lives and trying to catch the other one slipping. It's toxic, it's messy, and I can't wait to see it explode. Next up, we have Jovon and Anna Lynn, the couple that has been married for 6 years but has never met. And after watching this segment, I'm starting to think maybe they should have kept it virtual. Jovon lands in the Philippines and immediately hits us with the, "I hope our marriage isn't a huge mistake" line. Buddy, you married a stranger on a screen. The mistake ship has already sailed. We are now in damage control waters. We switch over to Anna Lynn, who tells us she studied mass communications because she loves to talk. Sweetie, this is not what that degree is for, but I respect the hustle. We also find out she quit her job and became nocturnal just to match Jovon's time zone. Does this sound familiar? It's the Forrest and Sheena playbook. Sleep all day, stay up all night, and get, wait for it, $400 to $500 a month. Anna Lynn, look at me. You destroyed your circadian rhythm for $500. That is bad math. Her mom, Susanna, is the real MVP. She basically exposes Anna Lynn, saying, yeah, she has ignored her friends, her family, and her life for 6 years for this guy. And what is the plan now? They are meeting for the first time at a resort, which is also their honeymoon. Anna Lynn says she wants to avoid the problems and just focus on the positives, but then she drops the bomb. She says Jovon has changed. Why? Because he started listening to masculinity podcasts. Oh no, no. Annalyn says he wants a submissive woman who agrees with everything. Sir, you married a woman with a degree in mass communications who admits she loves to talk. You do not want a submissive wife, you want a mime. Annalyn is suffering from major sunk cost fallacy. She knows they aren't compatible, but she's like, well, I've already wasted 6 years, might as well waste 6 more. So, Jovon finally lands. They hug, it's actually kinda cute. They head to the resort, they're touching, they're vibing, until the shoes come off. Annalyn tells him to put on the resort flip-flops because his feet stink. She literally says they smell bad. Nothing screams alpha male quite like clearing a room with your toe fungus, Jovon. But smell or no smell, Annalyn says it's been 10 years since she's seen some action, so they hop into bed to consummate the marriage. Let's just hope he kept his socks on. Alright, now let's talk about Laura and BeerCon. Last week, we left them with that awkward separate bed situation, but Laura gives us an update. Once the cameras left, she went back outside to the living room, and they made out. Apparently, it was a solid makeout session, but BeerCon pumped the brakes before they could hit a home run. Maybe he's shy, maybe he's respectful, or maybe he knows what was coming the next morning. So that brings us to their first full day together. Do they go sightseeing? No. Do they go for a romantic brunch? No. They go to a plastic surgeon for a skin removal consultation.
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Laura claims this was the only available appointment. Girl, please. Production absolutely set this up. Welcome to Turkey. Look at my loose skin is a wild way to start a vacation. But here's the kicker. BeerCon knew. She asked him 3 weeks ago, and he agreed to go. So, I guess they are both chaotic? We see the doctor taking assessment photos of Laura's stomach, which is her biggest insecurity. And props to Laura, this is incredibly vulnerable, and to do this on national television is pretty insane. But then, the horror movie begins. They go into the consultation office, and the doctor projects the high-definition photos of Laura's naked torso onto a giant TV screen, while BeerCon is sitting right there. I have never felt so much second-hand anxiety in my life. Laura immediately regrets inviting him. She's staring at the screen, staring at BeerCon, trying to read his mind. She's convinced he's disgusted. She thinks he looks uncomfortable, and honestly, if I was on a first date and someone put my medical photos on a 4K monitor, I would simply pass away. The doctor recommends a tummy tuck. The vibe in the room is tense. Laura is spiraling, thinking BeerCon isn't attracted to her anymore. But wait. They go to a park bench afterwards, and BeerCon is honestly amazing. He tells her, "This is your body, your choice. I support you no matter what." When she says she feels embarrassed and scared, he tells her she's brave for changing her health and her life for the better. He calls her gorgeous, he reassures her, he hugs her. Laura realizes she can actually trust him. I came into this segment ready to roast them for the weird doctor date, but I'm leaving with a tear in my eye. BeerCon might actually be one of those good guys. Maybe. We now move on to Forrest and Sheena. And folks, we start with a fashion disaster. Forrest is shopping at a local market because Sheena told him to pack lightly and buy clothes when he arrived. One problem, Forrest is 6'3". The average height in the Philippines is not that. And nothing fits. He looks like he's shopping at Baby Gap. They leave the market with nothing but underwear. So, great start. He has no pants, but at least his briefs are local. They sit down to eat, and Forrest decides it's time to be a big boy. He tells Sheena, after 7 years of your parents stealing our money, we are cutting them off. Finally, yes, Forrest, stand your ground. But then, Sheena pulls the ultimate pivot. She says, okay, but first, You need to meet them to get their approval for marriage. Excuse me? You've been dating for years, sending thousands of dollars, and now you mention you need a blessing? Forrest is confused. He's like, why didn't you tell me this before? Because she's moving the goalpost, Forrest. Sheena comes up with a plan. Forrest should meet her parents alone first to soften them up before bringing in the heavy artillery, Mama Molly. Sheena is terrified of what Molly will do, and honestly, so am I. The family heads to a historic Spanish fort. Molly is already muttering about history repeating itself, and the vibes are atrocious. They walk around, they buy some little hats, and decide to have the talk. Can we just take a moment to appreciate Dev? While the family is imploding, Dev is just wandering around in the background looking at bricks. He is disassociating so hard. He wants to be literally anywhere else. Forrest tries to explain the plan to Molly. Mom, he says, me and Sheena are going to meet the parents first, without you. He is sweating. He is fumbling. He asks Sheena for backup, and Sheena is sitting there with her eyes closed. She literally closes her eyes so she doesn't have to look at Molly. This is a defense mechanism if I've ever seen one. Molly tries the nice approach first. She promises to be cordial. She says she just wants to support them. Forrest calls it a Trojan horse. He knows if she goes, she's gonna start throwing hands. He pulls the "I'm an adult, treat me like one" card. And that is when Molly snaps. She drops the bomb. I don't trust Sheena, and I don't trust you. Ouch. She accuses Sheena's family of wanting to keep Forrest in the Philippines as a grunt. She literally called him a grunt. She thinks they are going to enslave him to pay their bills forever. Sheena gets flustered and denies it, but here's the irony. Molly says, I blow up to protect you. Forrest says, you just proved my point. You can't control your temper right now, so how can I trust you around her parents? Forrest wins this round. Molly is hurt. She's sad, but she concedes. She isn't coming on day one. Sheena celebrates in the confessional like she just won the Super Bowl. Mission accomplished. But I have a feeling the battle is won, but the war has just begun. We still haven't seen Sheena's parents yet. Why are they hiding them? My prediction? There is a massive twist coming with these parents. Are they running a cult? Are they imaginary? I need to know. But I'm leaning towards they're handicapped or something. And finally, we have reached our main event. The cliffhanger to end all cliffhangers. Lisa and Daniel. We start with Lisa on a plane and Daniel checking into a hotel in Lagos. Why Lagos? Because Daniel informs us that his hometown, Owerri, is full of shootings and kidnappings. So, just a chill start to a romantic getaway. Lisa is stressing, not about the kidnappings, but about the secret. She is still legally married to a woman, and she hasn't told him yet. Her plan? Have a little fun first, destroy his trust later. The classic 90-day strategy. Lisa lands and immediately sprints to the bathroom. She admits that on FaceTime, she was the queen of angles and ring lights. Now, under the harsh fluorescent airport lights, she is terrified her real age is going to show. She starts gluing on a wig and tells us she plans to wear that wig 24/7 while in Nigeria. Lisa, honey, Nigeria is hot. That wig glue is going to be fighting for its life against the humidity. She finally walks out. They see each other, and they immediately start eating each other's faces. Lisa says he devoured her. Daniel makes a joke about chewing her later on in the room. I am physically ill. Please, keep the cannibalism metaphors to a minimum. Thank you. But then, it gets surprisingly wholesome. Daniel starts crying tears of joy. He calls her beautiful. They walk outside and bam! There's a full traditional dance troupe to welcome her. And Lisa? She doesn't shy away. She drops her bags and starts getting down. Go, Lisa! But then, the music stops. The vibe changes. Daniel gets down on one knee and he proposes. They have been in the same country for approximately 20 minutes. They haven't even left the airport parking lot. And he is proposing to a woman who is still married, wearing a wig she's afraid to take off, hiding her entire past. And that's just where the episode ends. Lisa's standing there, married to someone else, staring at a ring from a guy she just met in person 5 minutes ago. If she says yes, she is committing a crime. If she says no, she breaks his heart in front of a dance troupe. This is the chaos I live for. And that's it for this week's episode of 90 Day Digest Before the 90 Days, Season 8, Episode 5. From the stinky feet to the airport proposals, this week had it all. Let me know in the comments, should Lisa say yes or run back to the plane? And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any of the fallout next week. I'm off to go find a ring light and a better angle. Bye.